All right. Greetings and welcome everybody. Welcome to everyone on the Zoom. Well, any new visitors today? There's a lady right over there. And I've already forgotten your name.
Marisa.
Maurice, right. Well, welcome, and you've got our information, so you can talk to any of the volunteers here if you have any questions. Anyone else?
Yes, one more.
Two
Two more.
Welcome. Can I ask how you found out about us and what brought you here?
We saw it just popped up on our Google newsfeed.
Oh, nice.
Wow. We made Google.
I don't know how that happened, but that's great. So if you need club information, I've got a sheet, or you can go on our website. Have you seen our website yet?
No.
Okay. Would you like a information sheet?
Sure.
Let me get that to you right now. All I'm thinking of it is cool. This size. Welcome.
One new member on Zoom,
Oh, yes.
Linda.
Linda, welcome, Linda.
Thank you.
Where are you located, Linda? Linda.
Which planet?
She didn't want to. Anyway, Linda was introduced to us by Lonnie and Alicia.
Oh, yeah. Well, welcome, Linda.
Thank you.
Okay, just a few announcements before we get started. First of all, congratulations to our own Ted Taquichi, who's has been chosen to be one of the artists in residence at Rocky Mountain National Park.
Oh.
I believe your program starts in August, Ted?
Yep, no August.
All right, that should be really interesting and fun. Let's see, Jim Neville, you want to talk about our exhibits?
Oh, just to let you know, the next exhibit here, we got the BCC, we have that row where you see the art guild right there, we have that June 1st. There were 3 months, June, July, August. And if you could be here with your pictures, so this is a little morning, be there to hang them about 6:30 on the 1st. So the art guild will take those down the Sunday and we'll throw us up Monday. And then we'll also just go over, we have the Bruner House for a month right after that too. So I'll be ready for 2 places. So that's June 1st, 6:30.
All right. Just a quick reminder of our upcoming club outings. We have the Louisville Criterium Bike Race, Saturday, May 16th at 10 a.m. And it's just right over here in Louisville at a business park. And they're doing a loop bike race. So it'll be a great opportunity for getting action shots and blurred backgrounds and all kinds of fun stuff with sports photography, action sports photography. I'll be leading that. And the next outing will be the Erie Balloon Festival, July 10th through 12th, and Harry Schussler is going to lead that. Harry here tonight? Let's see him here tonight.
Yeah, Harry said he's not here tonight.
Oh, okay. More information is coming on that, and we're also doing a White Sands National Park outing in New Mexico in August. We've hit a bit of a hurdle with our application. Dwight did an application. It was the short form. They came back and gave us the long form to fill out. So, and it's got all these questions like we're a Hollywood production. Like, who's your stunt man? What are your special effects? And like,
As you said, photography.
so I sent him a nice letter explaining, we're just a photo club, want to get photos of the night sky. Hopefully the Perseids meteor shower at the same time. There's no moon that night on August 12th, so we're hoping for no clouds.
That's the total solar eclipse in Europe that day.
Nice.
That's true. I wanted to go to that too, but can't, two places at once.
Yeah.
Maybe get a bigger donation to buy a beer chat for the club.
Yeah.
So just a reminder, we're collaborating again with the Broomfield Open Space Foundation on our calendar for 2027. So please create your images and send them into the club for Broomfield Open Spaces, Trails, and Wildlife. And so we're collecting those. You can send them in now up till July 25th is the deadline. And that leads us to our next meeting is Tuesday, May 26th. That is the day after Memorial Day, unfortunately, but falls, that's where it falls. The assigned subject is street photography. Photo submissions will be due the Monday the week before on May 18th. Member Jim Darling will be presenting on street portraits. Is Jim here tonight?
Hello.
Oh, there he is. All right. Looking forward to that.
Me too.
So you can always see our full schedule online on our website. It's on the events page. And with that, out of consideration of everyone else, please silence your phones. And with that, I'll introduce, oh, one more thing. We had a lady donate this camera bag. So if anyone wants it,
Well, they.
Anybody but you.
if more than one person wants this, we'll raffle it or something, but it's a low pro, nice, pretty compact camera bag. I actually have this exact bag.
What's the brand name?
Low pro.
Low Pro.
Low pro.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, let's just buy.
So if anyone wants it, come see me. If more than one person wants it, yeah, we'll rock, paper, scissors it.
That's 200.
A very nice lady who does the yoga next door donated this.
Bill, how many photos are we allowed for the calendar?
6.
6, okay.
Thank you.
And with that, I'll introduce Hans Smits, and he's presenting on black and white portraits tonight. All right.
You want me to take this one? Let me share my screen first so we get that out of the way.
Could someone hit the lights back there when we're ready?
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. Hi. So my name is Hans Smits. I've been with this club, I think, since 2007 or 8, or for a little while.
Is that too dark or you want more lighters?
No, it's good for me. Yeah. So I mainly do portrait photography these days, as most of you know. This is the 3rd time I'm presenting. Thank you for having me back here this year. And my passion really is black and white portrait photography. So I'm going to just tell you a little bit about my story and share quite a few images, because I didn't really do that the last couple of times. So I have a couple of short slideshows to go through, and I'm going to end with a pretty special shoot I did earlier in the 2021 or 2022, something like that. And time permitting, I'm gonna do a live edit of a portrait from the raw file to black and white, which I didn't rehearse, so it's gonna be fun. And I brought Nina here to help me with technology. He was our model for the last 2 times I presented, so yeah. So yeah, I think that's a good start to go for next. Yeah, so I already said my passion is really black and white, and I'm mostly vintage inspired portraits. So I like to work with more the vintage type outfits, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to shoot in a really cool studio here in town. The owner has the biggest wardrobe of anything and everything you can imagine and more.
It's fabulous.
It's fabulous. So I shoot there quite often. For my gear, I brought a couple of cameras and I'll show those a little bit in a little bit here. But I mainly use modern mirrorless cameras, and then I adapt classic glass. I have a bunch of rangefinder lenses that I use a lot, and old lenses as well. So yeah, with that, let's go to the next slide. So why black and white? I was telling Nina just now, because I do horrible with color. It really removes that color distraction and gets you more focused on textures and form and things like that. That really simplifies your image and emphasizes that emotion and highlights light, form. So it works for me. When I started out with portrait type work, I had cameras like these, a smaller Olympus that has a fabulous black and white mode, and I found myself gravitating towards that from the beginning. And I sold this camera, and then I just came back from Holland, and I was like, I'm gonna see how much they are there, and I bought one, and then I bought another one. And the reason for that is, well, it's not the reason, but when I bought this camera, which I mostly use for my portrait work now, which is a modern Nikon in a vintage body. So when I bought this camera and it came to our house, my wife was like, "That's a nice camera. It's mine now." So this time I bought two, and I had to wait 3 months then to get my own. Yeah, so that's a little bit about the why black and white. It just works for me. Next slide.
There.
As I was saying, I started about 2019. Remember that time before the pandemic, world was still flat. You could go for lunch for $10, remember that time? I had Micro Four Thirds gear, that Olympus Pen F that I was just showing, small camera, small lenses, and I pretty quickly bought a couple of fast manual focus lenses. And a lot of my work I did, most of the work that I'm going to show is manual focus.
F.95?
Oh yeah, this lens I was just showing you. This is a 25 f/0.95, which is equivalent to a 50.
Wow.
So it's a two times crop factor.
So that's a very fast one.
Yeah. So in full frame equivalent, that would be about f/1.8,
Okay,
which you have the two times crop factor.
okay.
And I put it here really small, but I mainly shot in JPEG back then. So, which honestly it works. And funny enough, with AI coming, photographers are now gravitating back towards grittier, more raw images than the very polished images, because polished images are equated with AI, I hear a lot. So we're kind of making a full circle back to doing more in camera, I guess, as photographers. So a little bit about my gear. Next slide, please. So what the way I often shoot is, because I convert about 80% of my work to black and white, is I deliberately shoot for black and white. These cameras have a really nice black and white mode. It kind of looks like Tri-X from the old film days. So it gives you a really beautiful out of camera experience. On my Nikon camera, it also has a dedicated switch to go to black and white mode. It's a great way to preview kind of the contrast and the texture you're getting. Then you expose for highlights. Yeah, I use natural light. I mean, that's what I started with. But now I do both natural as well as lots of studio work. Simple backgrounds usually work. And by far the most important piece in for model photography and any people photography, honestly, as I'm sure we'll hear next month, as well as connecting with the subject. If anything you do well is connecting with your subject. Everything else, honestly, doesn't matter as much these days. Cameras are so good, and yeah. So that's a little bit about technique. Next slide, please. Oh yeah, I put this slide in how to find models, because people often ask me, how do you know all these models? I mean, you start with attending some local meetups. I have to say the last year or two, it's been a little bit less, but there used to be meetups almost weekly. So you join one or two and you kind of connect with a group, and from there you network and connect more. Models know models, and as you build a reputation of being reliable, being respectful, you deliver quality work, then you build a network pretty quickly. Instagram, Facebook groups have been, for me, the best way to network and to get to know more people, both photographers, but also, people around the the creative community, like makeup artists and studio owners and people doing more video type stuff to do behind the scenes and things like that. And then also, I started my own local community called Good Vibes Photo Shoots in 2020 to build a community of photographers and models to collaborate in small scale shoots. Really focused on safety, right? Creating a safe environment for the models, especially small scale shoots, so usually between 5 and 10 people. And we've had several BPC members participate. Actually, the last thing Jerry Case ever said to me is, "I hope to be at your next shoot," which I still remember to this day. So that's a little bit about models, and if you have questions, find me after the presentation. I can help you get started as well. Next slide, please. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick showcase on my earlier work with model photography mainly. Like I said, I was using mainly natural light and reflectors. Yeah, and AI came up with these two signs. I have no idea what they mean. I'm gonna quickly stop sharing and reshare with prioritize for video and sound. I think that might be worthwhile. And I gotta find. Let's see. See how this is gonna work. Oh, I guess I cannot optimize it for video, so hopefully this works well. I'm not sure the sound is gonna work. I hope it's not too late. So again, most of these are from 2019 and 2020. It's not that much. All right, I gotta go back to sharing. There we are again. So I already,
Oh, you bring your turn.
mentioned, so current gear. Yeah, I already went through that. So if you have questions about that, but it's pretty much a very modern camera in a old-fashioned body and more inspiring body and with lots of kind of the old-fashioned layout. So it's fun to shoot with. And what I always like is that dedicated black and white function, so you can very quickly go to black and white. Oh, the second. No, it's okay.
Wait, okay.
So I have a second showcase. So you'll see me transitioning for not only using natural light and shoots outside, but also more shoots inside. We have a studio in our home as well. Like I said, we shoot in many studios across town here, and one fine art studio is particularly that I like to shoot at a lot. What time do we have? Yeah, let's do the showcase real quick, and then we'll do a live edit. Does that work?
Sure.
Yeah. Asking me for a password to share my audio. Why don't I just not do that?
That.
Of course, I'm not sharing now.
There you go.
Sorry, takes time to get back to, yeah.
I got a quick question.
Yep.
On that last series, you had a couple shots where you were taking pictures of people in cars. How
Yep.
did you like those?
How do I like
How
those?
did you like those? It turned out really well.
Yeah, I think when I was thinking about those couple, for that shoot, I had a couple of lights with me, but it was mainly, I think the setting was around sunset. And I just had one light, one strobe that someone held usually to get a little bit more light on the subjects.
Thank you.
Yeah, car shoots are a lot of fun. Get a couple of vintage cars and some models you can, really shoot for hours. So I'm gonna do. So for post-processing, I usually shoot RAW these days, and that means that the files I use are actually the color files. And then you convert those to black and whites. And the reason you want to use color files for the most part is then you can manipulate how your skin color and or skin texture, skin brightness and things like that show up in the final black and white conversion. So yeah, you adjust contrast a little bit, you refine tones, and sometimes add some grain. So we're gonna do a few of those things here in Luminar. I used to use Lightroom and Photoshop in the last, 4 or 5 years. I've pretty much only used Luminar products. Yeah, it's just so easy to use, and the only thing is my computer is getting showing its age a little bit, so hopefully it behaves. But yeah, let's pick a picture and do some black and white conversion. There's very easy ways, and I'll start with a little bit harder way, so you kind of see what the easier ways do. Because easy way would be just applying a preset and slightly adjusting that, but those presets are just pretty much as it says right there, pre-programmed ways to to get to the conversion. So we'll first do those manually, and then we can maybe do another one with just applying a preset and tweaking that a little bit. Sound good?
Yep.
All right.
I like this one.
Sorry, I'm gonna try to hide the video panel. That sounds about right. Oh, that's annoying. All right, that might work. All right, so I think I showed this picture already in black and white.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to the edit tab and start with, okay, let's maybe look at, where's mine? It's over here. So this is the develop raw. So one way to very quickly make this a black and white would be to change the camera profile and say use something like a monochrome or things like that, right? So those are the very quick ways to, and these are preset camera profiles that most manufacturers have, I think. So you could use those to convert to a black and white pretty quickly. I'm gonna purposely not do that. I'm gonna just choose the Nikon portrait profile as a starting point. So as you can see, this makes it a little bit brighter and skin tones are a little bit better rendition. You could do that, anything like, curves and things like that, but I'm purposely not gonna do that here to save some time. Then I'm gonna go back into tools here, and I'm gonna start with the black and white conversion that it has. And here is what I wanted to kind of showcase a little bit. I'm gonna convert this to a black and white. And I'm gonna play with the red and the yellow channels a little bit, the luminance channels. And as you can see, well, hopefully you can see, the raising the red, for example, brightens the face, right? I hope that came through on this monitor. And the same with yellow, that would do something pretty similar. It's pretty subtle, so I don't know if it shows up on the big screen. Does it show up or not?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Hit the before, hit the vote, hit the before or after button.
Yeah.
You can
Yep.
see the brightness levels.
Yeah. But that, in general, that's a good way to manipulate, like make the skin color or the scale luminance in the black and white conversion really pop a little bit more.
So you're adjusting the red and the yellow because that's what skin tones
Yeah.
are mostly.
So that's that piece. For this picture of Bob, interesting story. He was about 78 when I took these pictures. He wanted to become a model. That's 78. So we ran him through a model training class, and I did a couple of shoots for him. It was a lot of fun. So you're never too old.
Portfolio.
So for a male subject like Bob, a great way to try to find the tab that I'm looking for. I think it's the structure. Sorry. See, I should have practiced this. There is this is the one I want, dramatic. So the dramatic slider in Luminar, as you can see, adds a lot of that texture and contrast grid to the picture. So I like for these type of pictures to play with that is
Kind of stands out from the
yeah,
background.
it really enhances and gives that gritty look. So if you know, for next month, if you do street portrait, then you capture a beautiful portrait of someone on the street, this could be a really cool slider to play with. I'm gonna leave that pretty high so you get that dramatic view. What I often do for portraits is put a small vignette on it. For this one, I don't think it's needed because the background is very controlled. So I think this already adds quite a bit of character to the picture, right? From the raw file to where you are now. Probably top it off by maybe adding some grain. Although you wouldn't see that very well here, I think, on this screen. But it adds a little bit of that character that goes with an image like this. So a little bit of green to make it a little bit more film-like and be kind of a finishing touch. So these are some pretty basic, but I think powerful conversion techniques. Could go a lot deeper, but I think for this purpose, for this picture, this is already, a big step towards the right direction in my mind. All right, do we have more time? I could do a female portrait here real quick. Which one do you want, Nina? This one or this one?
I don't know. They're both awesome.
This one. All right. So for this one, I'm gonna take a shortcut and go to a preset. And this is where my computer shows its age because it's loading the presets now.
The way that needle works, once these presets are loaded on the right-hand side, as he goes down each one, it will show it on the image itself as he scrolls down. But it has to load them first.
And again, I don't know, and that screen doesn't have the the contrast and recall again what this one has, but I always like that soulful one here as a starting point. So I'll apply that one. And then you can see in the edit tab what it actually did. So it did exactly what we just did manually, right? It took the black and white conversion and added to the red and white, sorry, the red and yellow channel. It added some dramatic, which is what we just did as well. Luminar has this amazing auto enhance feature that enhances contrast and color values, I think, and things like that. So it applied some of that. What I didn't do with the male subject was skin. For most female subjects, I use this skin slider because it really smooths the skin really nicely. It's very similar to frequency separation in Lightroom, but it's a very easy slider, and it does an amazing job. And it was actually recently upgraded to not only do it for face, but you can also do it to the body now, which really is kind of cool.
Shine removal.
And it did shine removal I use quite a bit actually in studio shots, because when you get shine from lights, reflection, yeah, it's easy to remove. But that is definitely something I use pretty much for every female portrait. And then it has these functions for face. What I do use a lot actually is iris flare and things like that. I usually add some of that. I do not enlarge the eyes very often. Dark circle removal, I use quite a bit. I think for Nina, for you.
I need it.
Lip saturation, I do a little bit, mostly for the black and white. I raise these a little bit, so you get a little bit more definition.
About how long do you spend on each edit?
So what I usually do is I spend a little bit of time to on a couple of the pictures overshoot to dial in a preset, and you can and then from there I save the preset and I apply that preset to a set of pictures. So depending on like a shoot like this one that we did at Red Leaf, actually, I probably spent, say we took 300 pictures, I probably spent maybe 2 hours editing, something like that.
These ones were really fun.
Yeah.
Where was this at?
Red Leaf, just it's Rabbit Mountain Road.
Oh,
Yeah.
our neighborhood.
Yeah. No. But you can see you can pretty quickly convert an image from a raw file to a black and white and then tweak some settings to make it pop a little bit more and get some cool results.
Nice.
And again, you can spend 2 hours on one picture. I've done that once or twice, but in general, it's not worth it to me at least, unless you're gonna print big, like you did a recent artwork for Lonnie and Alicia, but yeah. Anyway, so these are a couple of live edits. Hopefully that's as useful. And again, you can spend a lot more time and then go deeper, and definitely willing to, if anyone has questions, to spend more time on that. I wanted to end with a very special shoot I did. Let me go to, let me stop sharing. And I'm not going to do it as a slideshow. I'm just going to do it straight from the application. Is that showing? Yeah, so I had the honor of photographing Joni and her husband not too long before she passed away. yeah, she came to me and she really wanted a proper, as she called it, a proper sitting, a proper photo shoot for her, for, you know, to give some pictures to her kids and things like that. For those of you who don't know Joni was a long-term member of this club and very artistic and always, you know, submitted the most amazing artwork to the you know, to the club, for the club to enjoy. And she also hosted a monthly gathering where we got together to talk about photography, do live edits, organized a shoot or two, and things like that. Yeah, she was a very valued member of this community.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, so I got to photograph her in my home studio, her and her husband, and I took a selection of those pictures in black and white that I'll through here. This is Jim, her husband. I love it.
How long have you been married?
I don't know. Does anyone know how long they've been married?
I was gonna say Gary.
They married in the 1990s.
Okay.
So 30 years roughly.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's not much.
Yeah, it was a very special shoot, and then for me, it was a pretty pivotal moment as well, because Joni came to me after we were done. It's like, so how much do I owe you? And I'm like, well, nothing. I really didn't charge for my work at that point, and she really sat me down. It's like, Hans, your work is, you know, is good. You should be charging. And we came up with she really insisted on paying me. So I made some prints for her and delivered both prints as well as a thumb drive with all the images. And but that was really for me a pivotal moment to say, hey, maybe I should, you know, do this a little bit more commercially. And a year or so later, my wife and I started a portrait business and do all kinds of shoots now. Yeah, it was a very special shoot and very special lady.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for sharing these.
So that's all I have. Thank you.
Anyone have questions? Well, we'll take a short break and then we'll come back and look at member photos.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it has good light out there, so.
That trap of. Have something inside. You know, I have a one, but I definitely gotta get moving. Really.
Next week. I don't think.
I really like that.
But it's been really.
Oh, yeah. I would
Probably not.
I'd love to be on photography.
Oh, I couldn't have. thrown it straight.
Yeah.
I know there are photos.
Yeah, this really, well, honestly, in 2019 and 2020 are more than a little bit soft.
It's like you're selecting. It's right here. I like the other ones better.
You know, this is one she's selected, or she selected. Yeah. That's why it's there.
I see.
I can get something.
Okay,
All right, I gotta stop the recording.
Yeah.
It is a good question, because.
Okay, everybody, let's get started. Yeah.
Lights out. Lights
Hey, Carl, if you could kick the stopper from the door or somebody.
Yeah, can someone close the door?
Yeah, I set the stopper at the bottom. Okay. Showtime, folks. So, I'll start with this one, only because I get to control what goes on. What can I say?
It's Joni again.
This is our dear late friend Joni, and there was one here that Hans took. I can get to it. Here it is. This one was the one that Hans took, and Joni selected this one to be put into a small book that she had put together just before her death. So this was one that she selected of Hans's work. So,
Nice.
okay, let's see.
Can we minimize the window on the right?
Yeah, I'm working on it here. Let's see. This one that way. We'll move it. There we go. Okay, Carl, take it away.
Okay, well, black and white is the assigned subject this month. We have some wonderful pictures. So we're gonna start with Alyssa Dorman.
So this one was the Bluebell fire in Boulder. But I was being told it just happened to be over there when they were going over to spray it, so. I'm not very good with black and white, so. So it's better.
That is awesome. That's great. So is that slurry or smoke or?
Whatever they put the fires out with, I don't know, like, I'm thinking some sort of water type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it red?
I'm having issues with advancing for some reason.
This is Ann Huffman.
So I just found this interesting because I like this photograph as a color photograph, but you see so much more of the nice lighting of the photograph when you compare it to black and white. Now, I have no idea what kind of bird that is. Do you know? This was over in Europe.
Oh.
I have no idea.
Bird people, come on.
But she said it's in Europe.
When it was in color, did it have a red tail?
Raptor, they'll go with Raptor.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Is it not letting you advance, Gary?
That's not letting me advance. And I can't figure out why.
Just select all of them first.
Might be, yeah, might be the way he's shared.
Oh, you missed one.
I know, I'm trying to figure out why it's not letting me advance the way I want it to. It did this to me once before. Let's see if that does it. Yes, now if I can, I'll be back, don't worry.
No, I'm just saying.
Now,
you got
if
it
I
now.
can get this out of here and keep the advancing.
So. Control.
Drive me nuts.
It says press.
Yes. Where in the world? Okay, somebody give me a hand here. What am I doing wrong? Hit escape again and it doesn't do what I'm wanting. Drives me crazy.
It's a short drive.
Look at that. It will not.
So it's because it's trying to hold on to it, so if you wanted to, you could stop sharing and start over again.
Oh.
So, just, you know, that's the genius in it. And then the floating bar will actually go away on its own. If you leave it,
Yeah, I don't.
if you leave it and stop, like, moving your mouse, it will eventually. Okay?
Well, let's find out. Okay, back at it. Let's see if this works. Okay, who do we have here?
Are you shared?
It's not shared.
This is
You gotta go back.
Barry
Back
Gonzalez.
there. Yep.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that comes with my photo.
Okay,
Gary, we're not seeing them on Zoom.
Yeah, it's coming.
it's coming. No,
Thank you.
that bar's gonna go away.
The bar eventually will go away. It's when you move the mouse, it makes it pop back up because it thinks you want to do stuff.
Okay, sure.
Okay, Barry.
This is, Antelope Canyon in Arizona, Bay Lake Powell. I forget if it was on the upper tour or the lower tour, but, I took seriously large amounts of photos. So, this is, looking up, and I didn't edit it. I didn't do anything besides change it to black and white. This was in color. This was about, 1 PM in the afternoon. And there was plenty of spots where you just see a sunbeam coming down to the actual sand where I was walking. So looking up at this point, I was in the canyon and this very top part was about 120, 130 feet above me.
How many were with you on that? Say, how many were with you?
How many
People.
people? It was a tour, so it was about 30 people.
They give you what, a minute, 2 minutes?
Well, it depends how you run it. I ran in the front and then I stayed until I got yelled at.
Okay,
And then I ran in the front until I got yelled at.
that's the way to do it.
This is Bill.
We were taking photos on a rainy night and it was just a long exposure and about 1 second before it finished, the car came around the corner and I grabbed the camera as the photo was finishing, and that's the streaks are from me picking the camera up.
So a happy accident.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You said.
Bruce, Leslie. Yes, Bruce isn't here.
You know, I gotta try and get rid of this. It's driving me nuts.
It's
Okay.
misspelled.
Yeah, and that shot it. Well,
And that's what I'm thinking, that's something between your controls. And-
yep. Well, this was the last update to 2 things. Windows updated this week, and this is the latest update in the last couple of days to Zoom. So between the 2, I have fun. There's always something. All right. So
We might just have to live with the control bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Caleb.
Yeah, this is actually the photo that almost got deleted. Because it was so up in Leadville, excuse word. And the colors weren't working for it. It was this weird, like slightly backlit but harsh overhead light. And so it's just really flat colors. Was not a fan. And then to top it off, the camera focused on, but basically the horse's mane. And so if you like zoom in, the cowboy is just ever so slightly out of focus. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna see what I can do with black and white. And actually loved it and became my favorite photo of the day. I added just a little bit of film grain to kind of mask the slightly soft focus on the cowboy. And yeah. That's it.
We're gonna get back to this one on S1, S2 at the end. So it's the same picture. We'll see it again. Okay. This is my picture.
Good job.
It's fun.
What I think makes this picture is the stars, planets, the meteors, the comets, all of that in the background. And I tried to have this printed up and the stars don't come through all that great. So what am I doing wrong? Is there something you can do to bring those stars out when you have it printed?
What did you print it on?
Hmm?
What did you print it on? Print it on paper, on canvas?
Yeah, it was on paper, yeah.
I had a similar problem, and when I printed it on metal, it was awesome.
What you printed on?
On metal.
On metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, Durapack
Yeah.
has that system where they have the white background and you print it on metal. Is that what you're talking about?
It's similar to that, but I had a great photo of a comet and I could not get it to print on anything. And then I go, I'm trying with metal. And I got the metal shot and it's awesome. It really pulls out everything.
Yeah, because this is one where I took the picture about 2 years ago. I went out with Phil and Bill and Mike Evans and came back and, had the color and everything, but took it this time and then used the presets in Lightroom and go through. There's like 8 of them, and you just go through and find one that you like and then hit on it and then you got it. You can brighten it, darken it, whatever, but anyway, that's what I used to get this picture, was those presets in Lightroom.
Carl, there's Fuji makes a paper that has a metallic coating on it.
Uh-huh.
And it prints just like as if it was metal, so.
Okay, so it's Fuji metallic paper.
Yeah.
So if I go to Mike's camera, maybe they can do it?
Yeah.
Duraply does it. They have the same paper.
They've got a whole wide range of stuff that you can select from, and they have a showroom.
Okay.
Morals down Lafayette uses the same paper too, so.
Oh, do they? Well, I mean, I took it to Morel to have it printed, and like I say, I'm just really disappointed. It just does not stand out the way it does in this picture.
Mike's is having their expo this weekend, so it might be cheaper to, at least to try it there.
Yeah, do a test print first.
Yeah.
This is Carolyn.
Yeah, this is from my trip to Guatemala in December. And I climbed on a rooftop just to like see everything around, and I was looking in the sky, I was like, oh my God, look at that cloud or volcano. It looks like a big question mark. So, so it was like perfectly aligned right there. So I just liked all the triangles, the soft and hard textures. Cool.
That's a big part of photography, is noticing.
Right.
It's like that.
This is Dwight. And have the camera with.
Hi, and this one was at Bosque del Apache, about 2 hours from here, an hour south of Albuquerque, a nature preserve up there that we see cranes at most of the year, but the cranes are gone now. And I was pretty impressed with the detail in the feathers on this one.
Good job.
Good shot.
Yes, very nice. Gary.
Can I say it's a mountain.
Where's the mountains?
That's shot in Colorado, excuse me, Colorado Springs. And it's heavily processed.
Nice.
Hans,
Yeah, this is another one from the famous shoot in Medley. Convert to black and white.
And it was in the newspaper.
That's right.
Jen Conroy. Not here. That's right by Stearns Lake over. So it's close by.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jim, darling,
hello, yeah, black and white portraiture, that's my stepfather. His name is Art Turpin, and he's 90, he'll be 93 in August. He's been my stepdad for 50 years. He and my mom made it to 47, they didn't break up. My mom passed about 3 years ago, but January would have been their 50th anniversary. He lives in Estes Park by himself, he hikes in Rocky Mountain National Park still. Yeah, pretty special guy, to have him in my life this long. And he can be pretty serious, as you can tell. He was a high school English teacher for over 30 years. Born and raised in Long Island, but always knew he was gonna come to Colorado, to retire. He had family that lived in Brush. And, yeah, so, and I chose this because when I was taking this portrait and portrait of my dad, I knew I was gonna display it in black and white. So I've never shown this in color. There you go.
Well, Ohio was a good place to be from.
Long
Ohio's
Island,
a good place
on
to
the
be
front.
from.
Long Island.
Long Island.
You said
Long Island, not
Oh,
Ohio.
I thought you said Ohio.
Long Island.
Oh, Long Island, okay.
Little different.
Jim, Neville.
So with the Denver Botanical Gardens, they're displaying this new artist. I had just some fun with it. I had to beg the security guard to let me in. It was closing and my art is, my significance in art is my ability to beg security guards. So it was, he did these kind of sculptures. He's just a fun reflection. Turned into a black and white photo.
Is it wire?
Yeah, it's all wire, just a gauge and you can kind of see about how big it is, maybe 15 by 15 inches. I have it on the lily palm, so you can really see it soon.
Is that still going on?
Yes.
Just when I did this a couple of weeks ago, that was the first day they put it in, so I think it's still going on.
Yes.
Nice.
That's my cat Smokey. I did a little photo shoot of him when he was grooming himself in the office that had light streaming in, and I like this picture, just a close-up of his little nose and whiskers. And I just did a simple conversion to black and white, didn't mess with it too much. I felt like the texture and everything was just enough. So pretty simple. His nose was pink. That was really
What made you choose that crop with no eyes? I mean, it's really compelling.
Yeah, I chose to just really focus on the nose and whiskers.
This is Joan. Are you on, Joan?
I'm on. I took this in the Botanic Gardens the day before it snowed. I thought I better get out there and take a picture. The tulip is actually very bright red at the bottom and had white edges. But I took it through Nick Silver Effects, and most of them showed the dark bottom and then the white on the top. But this one preset had it somehow it made it all a little more monochrome, and I just kind of liked the way it looked.
Turned out great.
Nice.
If you're not familiar, the Nick collection has all kinds of fun plugins and does a lot of great stuff.
Go.
This was, right after it snowed here a couple of weeks ago. And, this was left over from last year and I was able to kind of get the grow damn it sign with the snow in the background. Oh, that's right in my front yard.
I don't know if that one would make the enterprise.
It didn't.
This is, one of Joni Goodwin's pictures that, Gary has a collection of, her pictures that she gave him before she passed away. And, he likes them and it's good to remember Joni, what an artist she was. John Reed.
Screaming Eagle from Seward, Alaska. Salmon were running and fishermen were busy and the birds were feasting and he just standing there and yelling at me. So I took his picture. They're mostly black and white, so I thought, I think we should black. So a little bit of tone here, and that's, there you go.
Yeah.
Which is on the lid. I think I had my 28-400 on, and that's probably 400. Nice. Nah,
That's okay.
Jules, I don't think Jules is here tonight. Are you online, Jules? No.
I like how the edges are wilting and turning brown. That looks great.
Hey,
Well, I kind of like the way the feathers came out with the white and the gray. And details showed that's pretty good, I thought.
Where is that? Is that at Metzger Farm?
where was it?
It was in a little lake north of the Westminster City Park Recreation Center.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Larry.
Yeah, that's the famous
Taos.
Rio Grande Gorge Bridge, just west of Taos. If you park in the visitors parking lot, there's a trail that heads south, and this gives you a good view. You can look on the internet and find dozens of these in color, but hardly any in black and white, so I thought I'd do it a little different.
There you go. Looks great.
Could you reasonably have moved to the right or to the left so that it's not perpendicular, but at an angle?
And if I'd have moved to the right, I would have been at the bottom of the board.
You answered my question.
And left, I think there was a rise. So maybe a little bit, but that was kind of the best angle I could get, safely.
I like the diagonalness.
Yeah.
And this is Lonnie. Lonnie's not here. Are you online, Lonnie?
Yes, I am. This is taken in Japan. This was one of our guides who David McKay paid to dress up as a geisha girl, and she did a great job. And I just turned this one into a black and white.
Came out very nice. Mark. Hadley.
Tony had a creators day down at Red Rocks. It wasn't at the amphitheater itself, but afterwards I drove over there and just started shooting some black and white. Got some down, looking towards the stage and that, but that was pretty blank. And then I ended up with this one, and I liked it.
That's the most important part. And this is Mark Bunch.
Hanging out at Gargoyle on Notre Dame. Was a really special trip, and then this shot just kind of caps the whole trip, and it's one of my favorite black and whites.
Was this recent?
No, this is Free Fire, but
Free Fire?
yeah.
Does it reopen?
It has opened. I'm not sure. I think the last time when we were there, you couldn't go up yet. At this level.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Mike Goss.
Yeah, this was a ranch photo shoot down West Cliff. And they had the barn and tack room open for us to shoot. And I just really liked the natural light coming as the door just to the left off screen was letting in some nice natural light. And I just like the shape of the line of the saddles and then the ropes and hat on the wall, just. And the colors were kind of muted anyways, because a lot of browns and stuff. And I thought it just looked really nice with the shapes in black and white.
Good composition.
Yes, I like it.
Very good use of texture too.
Thanks.
The Enterprise liked it too.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be very neat.
Bill.
The ranch.
So this was using my Nikon Z6 and one of the black and white presets. And I was looking around on the forest floor. And it's, you know, it's a lot of chaos and busyness, trying to make sense out of what's on the forest floor. So I saw these group of pine cones and thought that they looked pretty cool in black and white.
Phyllis.
This one was taken in Spokane and I actually just kind of, the picture was almost black and white. Anyway, and I thought, oh, that should be, work. And I liked the curve and then the angle. And so it transferred real easy into black and white because it was almost black and white anyway, because it was a gray day. Yeah.
Rachel.
Yeah. I was a couple weeks ago, right after the snow, I think, walking in downtown Denver and seeing what I could find with some other folks with cameras. And towards the end of the morning, we walked past this van with these two white dogs sitting in it, and they were barking and things. And then I saw the little sticker too that says chillin', and it says the air conditioner's on, we're playing tunes, don't worry about us. And then the guy started barking at me, so it was perfect because it looks like he's howling along with the music. And this also was almost black and white already because the dogs are white, the van is white, and then turning it to black and white was a bonus because there's color in the back off to the right that would have been distracting, and now you don't really even notice it. So that was fun. And I did this in Silver FX Pro as well, to get rid of some of the nose prints and spit on the windshield. But I left some for character.
Raymond.
This is at the Botanic Gardens, was a very sunny day, which was perfect for harsh shadows. This was begging to be black and white.
That's my really tool. So.
But that was amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Makes you dizzy.
Very cool.
Becca.
Yeah, so this is downtown Denver, and I did not have to make it black and white because everything was black and white. Except at night when the lights came on, it was just a little tint of like a yellow under there, so this is just shot as it was.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Sherry Woodruff. You're not here, are you, Sherry? I didn't think so. Tim.
This is an event, over at the event center there in Lafayette by the hospital. Anyways, and so it had a.
Dove House, that is.
Yeah, Dove House, there's two names.
Yeah.
And, so this is a chamber event, and the theme was, like 1920s Hollywood. And these two, flappers, I had to Google it. I mean, they just were dressed perfectly, so.
So what's with the white border around the picture?
That's Silver FX Pro.
Oh, okay.
Kind of an antique look.
Look.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like the roulette wheel or something in the back.
Hans would love this outfit to do.
Yeah, I've done 1920 shoots.
I
It's a lot of fun to do.
Oh, I got nice ones.
And Zoc I saw was online.
I'm here. I'm alive. This is my dog, Lincoln. We said our final goodbyes last month, which is not an activity I recommend as a photography club outing. It was a joke, just trying to keep it light. But I took this picture over Thanksgiving on one of my favorite film stocks, Ilford HB5 Plus. I thought it turned out great. Didn't have to do anything to it. And it's a great keepsake. Take more pictures of your pets.
Nice.
Okay, I think that took.
That should be the end of
care
the A's.
That one.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go, open.
Open category, wow. Nice.
Yeah, so this is in Michigan, in the Upper Peninsula when I was visiting my son, at college. I drove around and there's a area called, Covered Road, in Houghton, and so. That's from Citrus.
I like it.
They're making very good large prints.
Did we miss a picture?
I don't think so.
In the A's, Mark Castleman had a picture. Did we pick that up? I don't remember. Can we check? I'd hate to. Yeah. Mark Adler, Mark Bunge. I don't know what happened to it.
Be able to be cut to the S.
Yeah, it's in there again, but I thought I should leave it in there. Okay.
If it got moved, it's still there.
Yeah, this is, Crowder Hauptstrasse in Vienna. Just like that.
Nice kohlrabi.
Nice leading lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill, Matthew.
And this is a little picture downtown. I expected this lady to walk straight past me and she made a hard right turn for her and disappeared down the alley, and I had the camera up against the reflective glass of the building and I framed for, landscape. I cut it to a square, but I kind of digged away the glass, turned that other building into a tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
beautiful. That
It's a great effect there.
Yeah.
Good eye.
Caleb.
Yeah, it's another picture from Leadville Ski Jordan. I'm kind of liking just putting in 3 photos of kind of the same shoot or the same event to build the stories. Kind of trying to train myself to take photos in a little bit more of a story form. So you'll see a little bit more from that. But yeah, this is right at the end line. And I think one of the things I love about this one most, this photo of them, just like that photo shoot the most, was just trying to capture all the emotion and the expressions in that. Yeah, it's so fast paced and love the like expression of both the skier and the cowboy pursuit.
Nice. Having fun.
Horse is definitely healthy.
This is my picture and it's Josh's pond. And I did, of course, black and white again. So gives us an opportunity to put in a plug for the Broomfield Open Space Foundation. There's one of my submissions.
There you go. I guess I walk my dog around there every day, so.
Carolyn.
So, when I went to, see the migrating sand, hill cranes, my daughter was like, "What is that?" I was like, "Oh, that's the Great Sand Dunes." She's like, "Okay, let's go." And she's not a hiker, so I was really shocked. She's like, "I want to do the Great Sand Dunes." So those are her little footprints on the sand. Yeah, it was just a really special day with her, so. And I just thought it'd be great in black and white.
What time of year?
This was maybe 6 weeks ago, so it wasn't hot. It wasn't hot. So it's perfect. It was March because that's when the Crank
Oh,
Festival is.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Well, that's a good follow-up to a little more sand. This is actually gypsum at White Sands.
Mhm.
Look away.
It is great composition.
Gary, this is yours.
Parthenon.
Great perspective.
Yeah.
Hans,
Yeah, another, like a light. That was Johnny's idea. He was like, let's, her hair is down to like
Oh,
almost to her
fabulous.
knees.
Oh, and she just cut it recently too, and it was still that long.
Is she laying down?
No, she's standing.
How are you keeping the hair up?
We just, it's really long and we just hung it over the backdrop.
That's not all the hair.
It is bald. Yes, the overhead on
Jim, darling.
Yes, it's Rebecca, guess what? I rented a 200 to 600.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you?
But I have to
Good.
thank John and Bill and Mike for inviting me out to, this is actually Metzger Farm.
Oh, wow.
They invited me out to St. Vrain
Mm.
to catch ospreys, and that's why I rented the lens, so I had it for a weekend, so I was back at St. Vrain the next day with John, I was at Metzger both days while I had the lens, and it was just, this might be the first bird in focus that's a baby that I've ever taken, thanks to their tips, and well, I have a GoFundMe.
Send me the link, yep.
So anyway, yes, that was such a great weekend, and I really explored, learned some new stuff. There's
Well,
another one coming.
You nailed a good one.
Thank you.
Is there a really nice contribution on that GoFundMe?
Yeah, it's a thumbs up.
Jim, Neville.
So Bill and John and I all went out and everybody took the same picture, but I just kind of enjoyed it. And so Union Station.
I've got some gritty.
What time was it?
I like it.
I think we all stood and got the same picture 20 times. So
What
it was a
time
lot
of
of fun
day?
hanging out with the guys for the evening. Pleasant time. So that little handrail is exactly 1/3. That's the dividing line.
What time of day is this?
Probably, what do you think, 8 or 9 o'clock? Yeah, something like that.
Really?
And there's still the blue hours, the last blue hours are kind of just happening there.
We got there.
Yeah.
We're getting like 30, well, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 seconds, so people will disappear.
That's what's happening. It has the long exposure there, and I don't remember what it was out from. So 25 seconds, that was pretty long.
No, 0.25.
Oh, 0.25, okay, so.
Quarter second.
Quarter second.
Well, they're walking very fast.
Yitka.
This didn't need, again, much conversion because the feather was white and the rocks were black. And it was on an Icelandic beach. It's simple. I like the contrast in textures and the fragility or the gentle feel and lightness of the feather and the hard rocks that are cold and wet.
Did you find it that way, or did you?
I did find it that way.
Placement of that feather.
Just off center.
Yeah.
Is this a reflection of there?
I was gonna say.
Oh my God.
You said about 10 o'clock.
They're all there.
It is.
So
There's
funny.
about
Those are in several places.
Makes it even. And then
Down here.
You want to submit this one again? We got a subject coming up here soon.
That's funny.
You know,
Later in the year, there's the selfie.
Yeah.
There you go.
Finally.
Waldo. This could work for the secret selfie coming up.
So this is Joan Baker.
Yes.
Joan, are you still on?
Yes, I am. This is, there wasn't many things to photograph this winter on my walks, and I found this thistle and put it in black and white, and I I thought the black and white makes it look more dramatic and sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, I agree.
nice. Good post-process.
Yes,
Thank you.
Joe Lasso.
These are the rocks at the end of, Miramonte Boulevard, if you head west into La Cabra. And that's the Rock Creek open space in the background there. But I saw a configuration of rocks like this on the South Island of New Zealand one time. And it was, they have something to do with the Morai people.
So Joe, that overlook is about 15 feet from a little slope that drops off.
Mhm.
It's called Hospital Hill.
Yep. My daughter grew up sledding on it.
So did you notice that you have a lens flare in there too?
Well, I do now, yeah. This is not post-process. This was just shot in monochrome with my camera.
Okay.
Pushing on it. A little too steep for me.
Oh, no, I've been.
Well, I took a lot of shots, and this is the one that I picked, and there was probably better.
This is another picture of Joni Goodwin. And this is a favorite of mine. I just love this picture, black and white, but yet it's got the red in it.
Yeah.
Is that 16th Street Mall?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a glacier from the air in Wrangell St. Elias National Park.
It's a beautiful picture.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, Bones. This looks up close and personal.
I kind of like the simple lines and the front lighting. And I changed the background because the background was just all cluttered. So I changed stuff, made it more simple.
Yeah.
Was that your 35mm lens?
Full frame.
Okay, that is in Denmark. The water is seen. Got it on a stormy morning. Really like this particular view.
The repeating lines are cool in the back and then in the front. And this, that they point up to it. Is that rain coming down? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, is that an airplane in the back? Or those birds? Up front.
We got the number of birds here. Also, this is on a causeway that you can only cross for about 2 hours a day at low tide. So I wasn't sticking around to get these.
Mark Adler.
Yeah, this was somewhere in Utah. We were actually on a drone photography trip. That's not a drone picture. We grabbed out the cameras twice, and you'll see the other picture. So that's with a 14mm lens, looking through a gnarly tree and with the needle at the top there.
Right.
Nice composition.
Mark Bunch.
Mess around with some splash photography and then captured a crown.
Yeah.
As they call it in the bubbles from the previous splash, it just looks like a skull.
Yeah.
Looks like a spider's face
Yeah.
with all its eyes.
Yeah.
What,
What shutter speed is that?
You know, when I do some of these, I'm either capturing with a fast shutter speed or with a flash, so I'm not so sure what if this was actually, it's 1/250th of a second.
Okay, with, oh, no flash.
So 200, so, well, but my flash is manual.
Oh, okay.
On the side, so,
All right.
so,
What liquid is
Yeah,
that?
with the.
it is, you opaque the liquid, so you actually add milk to the water.
It's just
So
water.
that it it's just
Yeah.
water with a little bit of milk.
Okay.
So,
This is Mike Goss.
Yeah, this is up in Hygiene at Pella Crossing. There's a osprey nest up there. Somebody visited them. This is like, I don't know, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
We're both, they're pretty active.
Good shot.
Yeah.
Bill,
This was a bike race a few years ago and following the first rider there and panning, and you can see the other three behind him get blurred. But I thought this converted pretty nicely to black and white. So we'll be doing this kind of photography May 16th. In Louisville.
Phyllis,
My great dog and its buddy. I just love the size difference.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Rachel.
Yeah. This was at the same Sony Creators event, and they had some people doing martial arts and doing different, they were just going through their routines so you could practice sports photography with their demo equipment. And so this guy, I have a lot of pictures of this guy up in the air, but then I really liked the power in this one. And I also in Silver FX Pro added some great and a lot of contrast to bring out kind of the power that he had.
It's like a midday sun.
Yeah, it is bright. Yeah.
You did well with the compensation and the shadows.
Yeah, but it works great that he's got the blacked out eyes with the shadow.
Raymond.
This is from a biking trip in Egypt. They were as fascinated with us on the bike as we were with them. We were just watching us go by.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
It's a good street portrait.
Yeah.
Good.
Becca.
Estes Park. We were on a hike with our friend of ours, and this was just off to the side. I can't tell you where, but I don't remember.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to know what exact.
I'll get it, you know what you want. I'll get it and I'll drop a pin for you, okay?
Sherry Woodruff again, and Sherry's not here.
Perfect black and white stuff.
Jim,
Watch out for that guy.
how'd you get into this picture if you took it?
So it's my camera. This is that same event and I rented a costume from the Ritz in Boulder. And it's I think they call it a zoot suit. But anyways, so they had a contest and I was selected as one of the finalists for this, costume contest. And so I went up and gave my camera to the woman there on the left, and she's the editor of Broomfield Lifestyle. And then she got selected next and she handed off my camera to somebody else. I don't even know.
But you got your camera back.
Yes. And so anyways,
So this isn't really your photo.
Random
next.
Who's the person on the right?
I don't know.
Okay,
Some lady.
She's the cousin of the
So the
person that
woman-
took the picture.
there you go.
Yeah, she left because it was me and the woman on the left as the finalist and the woman on the left won. So.
That's a great.
Hey, it's better like.
It's a great story.
In with the crowd.
And Zoc, are you still there, Zoc?
I certainly am. I had my film camera with me while I was driving around Estes Park and saw these horses a bit off to the side along this ranch. So I pulled over and had to wait seemingly forever for the horses to walk into frame, lined up with the mountain, but I can't blame them because I don't like to be rushed when I'm eating either.
It was worth the wait.
Thank you.
Alyssa.
This is at the Denver Zoo. Figured it was a black and white subject, so I couldn't really mess it up in black and white stuff.
Good shot.
Bill, Matthew,
Everybody got this photo, you know. On Street Mall.
Nice and full.
Clock tower. So, just having us around with the guys.
Beautiful.
I like this, the movement, but then the starburst as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but it's the
cranked it
moon
up to like,
position.
I don't know, F16 or whatever to get the starburst.
Okay.
But you had to plan that moon.
We saw it and we did kind of move it in, we moved the moon in position.
There you go.
Wow, you got hours on the building.
Oh. Hey,
Caleb,
Here you go.
Well, this one came through really overexposed on the screen, but that I probably should have seen that coming too, because I did actually kind of slightly overexpose this one just to get the feel of the brightness off the snow. And yeah, when something also kind of captured the scene and the story of the place that it's happening into. With all those buildings in the background, so yeah.
Good one.
this is, my picture, at Sprague Lake up in Rocky Mountain National Park. And whereas on one of the others, at least one of the others, I used, presets in Lightroom, on this one, I took it over to Silver FX Pro 2. And there's like 30 different options that you can pick from. So you go through there and narrow it down to one or two that you like, and I like this one. And one thing I thought was really neat about this was that the wind currents were such that get a little riff on the water in part of the lake, but on the foreground there, it was pretty smooth. So I get the reflection from the mountain.
Good call.
Dwight?
This is another formation that you see at White Sands. The yucca roots are strong enough to create this crust around, and then you get foxes and different animals that will nest inside of these mounds.
Wow.
Gary?
Fire escape. Downtown Denver.
Hans?
That's from a recent shoot that you're at Burner Farmhouse, actually. He was soaking up the sun there, so that was perfect for a black and white.
Jim Darling?
Look at you, Jim.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
Is that the second bird?
Yeah, this is 52. This is the first bird that I've ever gotten. In focus, falling flights, thanks to those fellows.
With his dinner.
But
Yeah, with dinner.
that was
It's
quite
a takeaway.
a special morning.
Great shot.
Yeah. Good job. Good job, Jim.
Jim Nibble?
So this is, that standing in front of Union Station, and Bill and John and I were taking photographs, and it's just a pretty little neighborhood looking at the artwork.
Did you have to punch out the colors?
Yeah, I played with it a little bit. Yes, I did. But it was a really pretty alley, there's both sides of the alley had artwork on it, which was fun. If you did it, so if you did it horizontally, you'd catch the mirror, the glass reflecting the artwork off the other side. So that's another fun.
I love that angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed the windows, where I enjoyed it, kind of felt like it just grew in that direction.
This one does not get any other distraction, get the artwork.
Yeah.
And the other compositions we did were wider, you saw too much.
Yeah.
The focus is beautifully right on that artwork.
Yeah.
Well, I think you helped me a lot. You said, stand right there.
But you did better than I did, I like that.
Yeah, with John's help, I should have attributed this to John and Bill. They're both very helpful.
This was in BC a couple years ago, and that's the yeah, it's the Washington Monument, right? Yeah. And I just lined it up, so it's just perfectly parallel with the corners, the leading lines, and I was just waiting for the wind to move the flag just the right way so you can actually see it, and I thought it was cool.
Yeah. It only took one picture.
I think I might have taken 3 or 4, actually. I don't know the shoot.
Wow.
Joan,
This is a dahlia, and I took it into silver effects again did it in black and white, and looked pretty dramatic to me. My husband is colorblind. He doesn't get why I take pictures of flowers. And so I always imagine this is might be what he sees, but he says no.
Oh, beautiful.
Good shot.
Joe.
This is on a camping trip a couple of weeks ago down at Spanish Peaks, down near Walsenburg and La Vida. And so this is actually from the campsite that we were at, and clouds were coming in crazy different formations, and this is one of them that I got. I'm just shooting it with standard Canon camera and in monochrome. And so, yeah, those are the Spanish Peaks in the background.
Joni, again, our good friend,
I
our
have
good
no-
departed friend, Joni.
She told me about a lot of the pictures that she gifted to me, but this one, she never really explained it, other than she and Jim had been visiting something dealing with Frank Lloyd Wright, which is why that title is there, but I don't know why.
John Reed.
Bodie, California. Says an abandoned ghost town. It was a big gold mining center. Took my grandkids there last year. They had a great time running around, and the tones of gray of the wood. I mean, there wasn't any tan. It's hardly any color at all. It's literally just gray. The sky was blue, so it was pretty easy converting. Like what?
Cool.
Cool town. Everything's nice.
Jake Holmes.
Wow.
Found out I should change the background of my editing program. I just went a little crazy.
I do that sometimes. We've all been there, Kay.
Great picture.
That's great.
Yes, very nice job. Larry Trilling.
This is Yellowstone National Park, the Hayden Valley. Shot this on a foggy morning in May a few years ago. And this is actually color. I did not do the conversion, but it's a perfect monochrome photo.
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
So
Great composition.
Mark Adler.
Yeah, this is the other time we used our cameras down in Utah.
Where is it in Utah?
Beats me. I was just along for the ride. Don, do you know where that is?
That looks like Goblin Valley area, Hanksville. You see the same type of sandstone formations, rounded erosional features like that. So any area close to that.
Isn't the Needle close by there also?
Needle.
We saw the picture you shot through the
Okay,
Through the
yeah,
tree.
There is a needle formation outside of Haynesville.
Oh, no, that's the spire, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is farther east of there, closer to Capitol Reef.
Okay.
Spire. Some folks call it Long Dong Silver. I have a drone video flying over and around that.
Yeah.
Mark Bunch.
Since they could be up in the Normandy area, can't remember the town, but it's a long, around the corner and then saw the angles and can't take anything but platinum.
Yeah.
Is that wood?
No, it's all stone.
Mark Castleman.
That is Bryce Canyon National Park. The soil is almost completely eroded from underneath it. Just see the roots sticking.
Chalupa Supreme.
He's ordering. Taco Bell order, Taco Bell.
Taco Supreme.
This is, right, you can hear your order.
I think this is the same osprey that we saw landing the nest. It flew by me as I was walking back to the car and landed on the top of the telephone. And it was facing away and I was hoping to turn around. Instead it ducked its head down and looked back. And photo.
Very unique bird photo.
Bill,
So this is an aerial photo from a drone above Boulder a few weeks ago. I was on a job and I was looking at this, I wonder how it would look in black and white, so I converted it and it's pretty cool.
It works.
You get pretty high up. Is that snow still?
No, it's just,
Sun.
it's sun on the grass or the brown grass areas.
Phyllis.
Right. Glad you did.
Rachel.
Yeah, so here I am trying out my sports photography and somebody photobombed me. So I had to include it. And that's that same guy.
Photo.
Good to start tonight. I was going through my photos, I'm like, wait, there's Tim. And then the same guy, same martial arts guy.
That is so cute.
Raymond.
The guy at one of the monuments in Egypt. He looked very suspicious.
You were the suspicious.
Yeah.
Becca.
This is a rooftop of Vivier Friends. There's it's gone fort that's standing behind me, and so this overlooks the town.
We like the patterns.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're all just kind of like tucked in different places.
This is Sherry Woodruff.
This is what happens if you have a Mac and you don't send the right picture. I can't blow it up anymore.
You know, I email her back and never hear a thing from her, so. Tim.
Monument Valley a couple years ago, bright sun, rise, but with storm clouds, to the west.
So were you holding the camera this time?
Lady in the pocket goes, probably a tripod.
Tripod counts.
And this is Zoc.
I recently picked up a refurbished, reclaimed, maybe new to me, Canon A1 on Facebook Marketplace. So I threw a black and white roll through it because it's cheaper to develop, quite frankly. But this is one of my favorite shots from it, and it works great.
All right.
Cool, yeah.
Okay, now we have the S1, S2.
We're going long tonight, aren't we? Oh, man.
Just about.
Had a lot of pictures tonight, had
Yeah, a lot.
almost 100 pictures. So this is back to Caleb. There's one, there's two.
Yeah. Yeah. They're all special stuff. Yeah.
And there's Mark Passelman's picture.
Old general store in Monroe, Tennessee. Late afternoon, January.
So why didn't it change for me? There it is.
And then I have the version of Silver Effects from when Google owned it that was free. Still using the same one.
Great
Mostly
program.
Really run the structure up.
Mhm.
I like how that looks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ann Huffman.
Yeah, now I did the before and after in this one because I normally like a lot of color and this has a lot of color in it. But if you notice, the red draws your eye away from the center of the photograph to the under parts of the photograph. So putting it to black and white brings back the focus. And I like this picture because it kind of tells the whole story. So this is taken in a little town of Pastorotto in Italy. And we happened to be there during their Dorffest, which is a village festival. And this is in the area, it's actually in the German-speaking part of Italy. And each of these little towns in what's called the South Tyrol have their own little Musikkapelle, which is a traditional band. So if you notice in the kind of the background there, you see a musician holding a trombone. And each little village has their own little Musikkapelle, and they each have their unique traditional costumes for the Musikkapelles. So that kind of shows up in this photograph. Now the woman in the foreground here actually wasn't a musician, or at least not on this day. So there was two women that would go around the audience selling shots that help fund the band. So if you notice, she's got that wooden cask there, which I believe was filled with schnapps. And the little metal goblets in her hand is what she would pour the shots into and sell. And then the little towel there on top of the cask is what she would wipe the metal goblets out in between customers. So
Now, see, Phil, that's an idea. We can fund this place.
Yeah.
Gotta get a liquor license. Is that all the?
I think it is.
That was it. That was great. Thank you.
Someone's turn on the lights. John, your check wants to show us some black and white prints. I can hold it for you.
Oh, wow.
Well, I see somebody else likes Bodie.
Yeah.
Now,
The same one?
when you look at this is from the dark room days. This is a photo of two different films to give you the darkness that you have. You do your regular developer of your film, then you get a piece of litho.
Turn it this way so they can see it.
And
There you go. That's bad. There you go.
Yeah, I'll choke myself.
Have to show the guys on Zoom.
And you then put the two pieces of film together, but off register. This was how this was done. As such. Now, the other one.
I'll take this one.
Yes. This is what is referred to as a tone print. Again, black and white film, develop it, but then you soak the paper with a sepia, blue, green, yellow, red color to give you the color things that you needed. Now, as part of this, what I'm talking about is, I don't know that how many of them know about me. I haven't been able to put anything in the competition. To put it bluntly, I suffer from glaucoma. And I've had 2 serious cases of it. One of it 5 years ago, which gives me the right eye with no sight in it. Less than 8 weeks ago, the doctor again discovered the glaucoma Now, if you don't know what glaucoma is, it's the pressure in your eyeball. The standard pressure for people are 10 to 15. My two eyes were 29 and 30. Because most of you may not know this. Joe right here that I ride with, he is blurred to me. When I say close-ups, this is what I'm looking at. About 4 inches from my nose. And has anybody ever tried to put toothpaste on a toothbrush at 4 inches from your nose? That's what I'm doing. I got a doctor's appointment Thursday. I'm hoping with right now I am putting almost 11 drops of medicine and stuff in my two eyes in one day. That's not a week, that's a daily one. And so if things don't work, if I don't show up again, it means that the glaucoma got me and I am blind in both eyes. I can still use that terminology to everybody. Oh, how you seeing today? And I always say, I feel pretty good, but when I talk about it, I'm blind in one eye and can't see out of the other one. So I just want to let you know that yes, I've got some health problems. And it may keep me from this club, which I joined, well, to most people 17 years ago as such. Now I have one comment. Can anybody tell me what it might be about our program tonight? With black and white.
Is it easier for you to see it because of the contrast?
There was no contrast on the screen between the dark part and the light part. This is a sepia tone. What they call a sepia tone, which was quite popular back in the 30s. And around the Denver area and the camera clubs, the one where it was black and white, that was one of the big chargers for the camera clubs in the Denver metro area. When I came to Colorado in 61 and 63 and got back into my photography, there were 18 camera clubs between Fort Collins and Colorado Springs. Think of that, 18 of them. Well, guess what? At one time, I did belong to 15 of them. Thank you, John. I just wanted to show you what I would have had up if I could. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
See you next month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.